So good morning children, I am your English teacher and today we are going to discuss on some of the points that how we can get full marks in English, how we can score maximum marks in English and how we can prepare for the board examination which is going to happen the coming year. Okay, so first of all, to get the good marks we have to understand the scheme of examination, right? That the CBSE board, what this CBSE board is expecting from the children, what this CBSE board is expecting from all the students, those who are going to appear in the 10th standard board examination. So we will discuss here, right? So the question paper is of 80 marks children and it is divided into 3 sections. Section A, Section B and then Section C. So in the Section A, the 10th standard paper of English is checking the reading skill of the children. Section B, they are checking the writing skill of children. And the third part, your textual or you can say literature knowledge. So whatever course book you are following, okay, course A, course B, okay, so beehive movement, whatever that is, we will discuss. So here the questions are related to the story. So how nicely you have understood the story. Here the questions are related from reading skill. So what the CBSE is expecting from all the children, those who are going to appear for the 10th standard board examination, that the CBSE 10th standard pass child is able to read any piece of writing and is able to understand it. Is able to understand, is able to answer the question which is asked to him or her. So that is the scheme of examination. Okay. So first we will discuss about the reading skill children. Here two questions are coming, or we can say two unseen passages are coming. So what is the meaning of unseen passage? What is the meaning of unseen passage? The meaning of unseen passage is first time you are able to see the passage in the examination hall. Means before your examination hall, you can never find this passage in any book, in any newspaper or in any book of any library. First time you can see only in the examination hall. So that is the meaning of unseen passage. That is the meaning of unseen passage. So two passages they are asking. First one they are asking is factual passage. So what is the meaning of factual passage? The passage which is based on facts. Okay. And the board is expecting that you are able to understand this factual passage and you are able to give the answer to the question. 8 questions they are asking and they are expecting from you that you are able to answer all the 8 questions. So generally this used to be children one-liner answers. So what I mean when I say one-liner answer, the answer can be given in 1 line and maximum it can be given in 2 lines. Okay. Now point number 1. What mistake generally children are doing here in unseen passage? So first of all, the majority of children, they used to find the correct answer in the passage, but they used to copy from the passage and they used to write in their answer sheet. This is the first and biggest mistake in the reading skill. What the CBSE board is expecting from all the children, that after reading the unseen passage, you are able to write the answer in your own word. So the marks is given to whom? Full marks is given to the child who is writing the answer in his or her own words. Own words. And this is my suggestion. Whenever you are answering the unseen passage, you try to answer to the point. Don't write anything extra. Don't write anything less also. Write to the point and full marks you will get. So 8 questions they are asking. 1 into 8, 8 marks. Second is also passage, and this passage is they are asking of discursive in nature, the lengthy one it used to be. And here they are expecting from you all that you are able to write the answer of this unseen passage in little bit detail. So 4 questions are asked here, 4 into 2, it is becoming 8 marks, and 4 more questions are asked. They used to be related to word meaning, like write the meaning of synonyms of particular word, antonym of particular word, or what is the meaning of this word which is used in the passage. So this type of questions are asked here. So total it is becoming how much marks? 8 plus 8 plus 4. It is becoming 20 marks. So here I can write that reading skill is of 20 marks. Okay. And now the most important part which I want you all children to understand, that how much marks we can achieve here. What our target should be. Our target should be to get 20 out of 20, and we can get. And every year children, many students are able to achieve this. Okay. So what the CBSE is expecting from you, that you are a child who is able to read any piece of writing and is able to understand the meaning of the writing. So I will encourage first of all to practice the unseen passage. Weekly you can practice 2 or 3 unseen passage, both the factual passage and the discursive passage. The same time I encourage all the children to read. Okay. So you can focus on reading your textual book. Okay. And some other means if you are able to find out which can help you in reading and understanding, that can be a better option. So reading skill. Second part we are going to discuss children about writing skill. Now the CBSE is expecting from all the children, those who are going to appear for the board examination, that they are able to write. Okay. They are able to express their ideas clearly on the paper. So which word is important? Clearly on the paper. Okay. So in the writing section what they are asking? So in the writing section, first they are asking about maybe letter writing. Okay. So letter writing is coming of how much marks? Letter writing is coming of 8 marks. Then the second one we can say they are discussing about the article writing. Now the question is, article writing is coming of how much marks? This is also coming of 8 marks. And the third one is story. So story writing. The story writing is also of how much marks? This is of 12 marks. Right. And then the grammar section is there children. And the grammar used to be of how much marks? It used to be of nearly 10 marks. Writing section, total 30 mark it is. So if they are asking letter writing, they are not asking article writing. So this we can say they are the option. Maybe either letter writing will come or article writing will come. Okay. So 12 plus 8, 20 plus 10, 30. In grammar, which topic they used to ask the question? They used to ask the basic question related to the grammar. Okay. So like they are asking that finding out error. Finding out error means if you are reading and you are able to find the error and you are able to correct. Okay. Then some question related to tense is also there, related to voice is also there, and some basic grammar is there. Okay, finding out error, okay, replacing the word. Okay, so these are the basic grammar of 10 marks they are asking, and then letter writing, article writing, story writing, these things are there, writing section. And then a third one is about the textual literature knowledge. Textual, whatever the book we are following, whatever the stories you have understood and listened, how much you are able to produce on the paper, which type of question they are asking, in how many words you are giving the answer, all that part used to come in the literature knowledge. So here total 30 marks used to be there. Some questions used to be short and some questions used to be lengthy. Right. So children, in the writing section also we can get 30 out of 30. And in the literature also we can get full marks 30 out of 30. How we can get? So if you are able to write the letter correctly, you can get 8 out of 8. If you are following all the formats of letter writing. Article writing also same, story writing also same, grammar also same, and the literature and knowledge of the story also same. Now first of all, I will give you one information children, that if letter writing is of 8 marks and you have written a very nice letter, only one mistake you have done, that the format of date you have not written nicely or correctly. So you will get how much marks? No matter what the content is there, but if grammar is wrong, you will get 7 out of 8. 1 marks will be deducted there. So we will see that what are the formats and how we all have to follow these things, so that we can get good marks, best marks in the examination. Right. So today first of all what we discussed? Today we discussed about the reading section, 20 marks is coming. Then we discussed writing section, 30 marks is coming. And then the textual or literature knowledge is there. How much is coming from here? Here also 30 marks is coming. So English paper, either it is course A or course B, total it is of 80 marks. Then we discussed that reading section, what the scheme of examination is there, what the CBSE board is expecting from the children, that they are able to read any piece of writing and they are able to understand and they are able to give the answers correctly. Okay. Then writing section, the CBSE expect from all the children that they are able to write whatever is coming in their ideas, they are able to express it clearly. Express it clearly with the correct format. Okay. And then the finally children, CBSE expect that whatever story you are reading, you are able to understand it nicely and you are able to give the answer to the question also. So is it the syllabus or the scheme of examination is very tough? I don't think. So can we put the target 80 out of 80 to achieve? The answer is yes. Now the third question is that every year many children are appearing in the 10th standard examination. Anyone is able to get 80 out of 80? Yes, many children are there. Those every year they are able to get 80 out of 80. So today we discussed how the scheme of examination is there, what mistake we are not allowed to do. Like here we have found the answer in the passage, unseen passage, and we are not allowed to copy from the passage and to write in the answer sheet. We are not allowed. If we do that, our marks can be deducted. What we have to do then? We have to understand the passage and we have to write in our own words. The same time, don't write anything extra also. What is asked in the question, that much only we have to write. So one by one we will discuss about all the parts. Okay, like we can see the writing section, and the first part is coming later, which is of 8 marks. So we will see now. So children, now I am going to erase this much part. Okay. So generally this used to be the question, letter writing of how much marks? 8 marks. So once I was teaching in one of the classroom, letter writing, there one child asked a very good question. What was his question? That sir, today, nowadays, everything is happening using the electronic media. Okay. Electronic platform like WhatsApp is there, emails are there. So what is the need of letter writing studying? Okay, what is the need? Why the CBSE expect from all the children that you should know letter writing? Okay, maybe the same question you all can also think, that why the CBSE is expecting from all the children to be good in letter writing. So point number 1, children, today, all the official works. So when I say official, I mean government. Okay, is dependent on letter writing. Okay, they used to say that when we are sending the WhatsApp or email, sometimes there is problem to have the record. Okay, maybe it can be deleted or any problem can be there, but if the piece of paper is there and if they want to protect it, okay, they are able to protect it more. This is point number 1. Point number 2, letters used to be more effective, or in other words we can say they used to have the great impact on the reader. Great impact on the reader. So imagine, children, you have to invite your friend in your brother's wedding and simply you are sending one email. Chances are there he will come. Okay, but chances are this also that he is not convinced. You are sending on WhatsApp or Facebook or any social media that you come. Chances are there that he can be convinced, and chances are this also that he cannot be convinced. But if you are writing the letter, high chances are there that the friend, the person can be convinced. Okay, so the effect of the letter used to be great. So the letter writing is very much important. Today also all the government works, they used to completely depend on the letters. Okay, because of their storage or because of their impact convincing. So letter writing is part of life, we can say, and we should not completely forget letters when we have the social media and these things, right? Now we are going to see, so this was the topic, that why the letters are asked still in the examination, why the CBSE is demanding from us. Now we will see that how much marks we can expect that we can get in the board examination out of 8. How much marks we can get. So first of all, letter used to be of two kinds, children. Up to 10th standard you all can learn this, that they are of formal letters and informal letter. So after 10th standard you will study about semi-formal letter also and semi-informal letter also. But up to 10th standard we have to study only two, that is formal letter and informal letter. Okay, is it clear? Now, what is called formal letter? The letter which is written to someone who is having high post, or when we are writing the letter to the officials. Okay, when we are writing the letter to someone who is having high post. Informal letter when we are writing the letter to the friend. Okay, informal letter when we are writing the letter to relatives or to the known person. Children, from the word only we will try to understand what the formal letter used to be and what the informal letter used to be. From the word only. See, formal means formality should be there. Formality means sense of discipline. Formality. Informal, no formality. Or in other word you can say you are casual. So example, the police officer, the news reporter, okay, municipal corporation, your principal sir or your principal miss, all are coming in the list of formal letter. Informal letter, your brother, your friend, your relative, your known one, where that much discipline in talking is not required. So that is called informal letter. Informal is just the opposite of formal letter. Okay. Now before going in detail, children, here I want to ask one question so that we all can relate and understand in the class only. Okay. That what is called formal and what is called informal. My first question is, how you are talking to your mother is the same you are talking to your principal miss? The answer you will give is no. So with your mother you are talking in the informal way, where that much sense of discipline is not there. You are talking casually. I am not saying that you are not respecting or loving your mother. Only I am saying that that much formality is not there. You are casual. Okay, because she is your mother and you are very close to her. But if I talk about principal miss, that time how you are becoming very strict and you are talking, always wishing also, talking how much it is asked to speak. Okay, you are very much disciplined. So the talking used to change when you are talking to your mother and to your principal miss. That change is only called informal and formal. Right, that change is only called informal and formal. How you are talking to your principal sir and how you are talking to your father, that is only called the difference of informal and formal. So formal letter means the letter which is written to any officials or someone who is having the high post, that is called formal letter. Informal letter, the letter which is written to the known person, friend, relatives, anyone, where that much discipline is not required. Okay, no formality is there. Here formality should be there. So there are two kinds of letters. I hope we all have understood this. Okay. And now we will continue and we will see one type of letter writing. So starting with the informal one. So this is the page, children. Okay, this is the page. Example, this is your answer sheet, and how you are going to write the informal letter, and this is the margin which is left there, and these are the lines. So which format we are going to learn? We will study the current format which the CBSE is suggesting. Okay. So question is here. Write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to your brother's wedding. So this is very simple question, I can say. This is the 0 level of 10th standard. Okay, and I don't expect that this type of question they will ask, but we can start from the 0 level and soon we can reach to the high level where we can meet the expectation of the board examination of English. Okay, so write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to your brother's wedding. So first of all, I will write my address. Okay, so I started writing the answer. "54 Lane, बाजार समिति, पटना." So here I am using the comma, children, and this comma is terminator. Terminator means which is breaking the line. Okay, so 54 Lane, comma, then Bazaar Samiti, comma, then Patna. Okay, after leave one line and then write the date. So today is 29, so 29 TH 29th May, comma 2020. If we are writing the sender's address correctly, we will get 1 marks. Okay. If we are writing the date correctly, 1 more mark. Right? If we are writing the salutation, okay, correctly, like if you are writing to your friend, what you will say? Dear, don't write friend, okay. This is not wrong writing friend, but I will suggest you write name, like dear Aman, and use only half name. Don't use full name, because when we are talking to informal, we don't use full name. So dear Aman, okay. Now children, we will talk that what the mistakes some of the children used to do in the examination. If you are following the current format of CBSE, and if you are putting comma here also comma, then this is wrong, and 1 marks you will lose. Small mistake, very small mistake, but you will lose 1 marks. So line is separated by comma. Okay, line is separated by comma, and these 2 parts, they are separated by space. This is the format. So here comma will not come. Full stop. This is also wrong. This also should not come. Now this we have to understand that few children, they used to do mistake here, and they used to lose one very important marks in writing the date. How? So example, someone is writing the date like this. We will learn some wrong ways also, which we are not allowed to practice, like 29th May. Is it right? No, it is wrong. Okay. So this is May, no. If imagine this is January. Wrong. So CBSE don't expect from you that you are writing in 10th in the current format. January means JAN, February means FEB, okay. September means SEPT. No, what is this? We are asked to write the full name. That also, okay, that also, it should not go in the power. This is wrong. It should not go downside. This is also wrong. Here nothing should come. If full stop is there, that is wrong. Comma is there, that is wrong. Okay. Half it is written, that is wrong. If this part, month, name of the month is written with the small letter, like the child is writing everything correctly, but here one mistake he or she is doing, May writing like this, May. 1 marks they will lose. And children, in your life you will meet some of the students, those who have given the 10th standard examination, and you ask them their experience. They will say that after giving my examination of English, I was expecting I will get how much marks? I will get 90 plus marks. But when the result came, I got only 70 plus or 80 plus marks. Why? Because of these small mistakes which used to cost maximum. Writing small letter M, 1 mark lost. Giving here full stop, 1 mark is lost. So I expect from all my children that you are able to learn the format nicely so that we can get maximum marks in the letter writing or whatever we are studying. Okay. So here comma will come, here comma will come, here nothing will come. And this May has to be in capital letter. So one more time I am explaining that all should be of nearly same size. I have written on the board, so maybe this is looking like this. But if I will also try to write on the paper, I will write in the same size, right? So TH will come together. Date and month, they are separated by a space. One space is there. Date and month, they are separated by space. Month and year, they are separated by comma. So month and year, they are separated by comma. Then after that, leave one line. Then Dear Aman, salutation. Okay. Dear Aman. Till here we have seen our letter. So on the board space is not there, you can understand. After this we are leaving one line, then we are going to start our letter. So don't start from here. The current format what we are following, children, we have to start from the beginning of sentence. Okay, we have to start from the beginning of sentence. This type of format is having some drawback. Why the new format used to come? Because of the some drawback of the previous format. If you are writing from here, okay, like I am your friend, some words here can be added which is the high possibility, right? So we will start all our sentences from the beginning of the line. Like you will start from here. And for opening sentences, you are having how much marks, children? You are having one important marks only for opening the sentences. How you are starting your letter. So I will give you one suggestion here, that when we are writing the letter, when some incident is happening, okay, some event is happening, something is happening, then only we are writing the letter. Okay, so that things can brought you some feeling, or you can experience some feeling in you, like you can become sad or you can become happy. Okay, generally what is happening here? Write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to your brother's wedding. So your brother wedding is there, marriage ceremony is there, and you have to invite your friend with letter. So you write, I am very glad to inform that, and then whatever you have to write in the content you can write. Write 4 to 5 lines here, then leave 1 line, then 2-3 more line you write, and after that you end by writing the signature. So, yours sincerely, Akshay. So don't write full name here. If you are writing the format of informal letter, if you are writing to the friend or relative, here the half name you have to write, like Aman Kumar name is there but you are writing Aman only. Here Akshay Kumar name is there but you are writing Akshay only. Okay. So yours sincerely. Children, what some of the children used to do the mistake, I don't know why, but they used to write Y here of small letter, and because of this only they are losing 1 mark. Okay, this is a small mistake, but because of this small mistake here they will lose 1 mark. So if address is correct 1 mark, date is correct 1 mark, salutation is correct 1 mark, and if signature is correct 1 mark, opening of the sentence is correct 1 mark. So at least I can make here Y capital. Now my question is, if we are following this much thing which will be common in all the letters, then how much marks we can get? Minimum 5/8 is must. Okay, minimum 5/8 is must. But if you add some more points here, like where the marriage is happening, you are convincing the friend more. And don't write anything extra which is not in the question. Don't talk anything unnecessary in the letter because he or she is your friend. So these things can lead you to get less marks. Are you able to understand, children? Then later we will discuss what the content should be there, how we have to write the simple sentences which are connecting, and we can expect 8 out of 8 and we can get also. So thank you, children. In the next video we will discuss about the literature portion also, and we will discuss about the story part. Thank you. Start studying. Okay, keep studying.